Hey guys, Pablo here, and welcome back to another brand new video. Now in this one, we're going to talk about a project called BlockRock, through which we know different projects that accumulate people's assets and then pool it together and then invest in a project, and then when they generate profit through those, they divide those profits between the people. In this one, what happens is they use the transaction fees, they pool up the transaction fees that is collected from every single transaction, and they invest that in projects. And they don't invest that themselves. The community actually decides, the holders decides on where they invest in, and once they make a profit from that, they either reinvest it or they use it for buyback and burn for the token. Then we're going to take a look at how you can buy it, and we're going to take a look at the chart. So this is an amazing project. We're going to learn about the whole system, how different proposals are generated, suggested, reviewed, evaluated, and get accepted. So we're going to go through that entire process, and basically we're going to talk about their future planning too, different lockups of tokens, their tokenomics, and so forth. So we're going to discuss all those things in this video. Make sure that you stick around till the end of the video. If you have any question, of course you can ask me in the comment section, or you can ask them on their social media, which I'll be providing in the description. And do note that anything I say is not going to be an investment or a financial advice, so always do your own investigation and research. And with this being said, let's move straight to the project. Now, here we are at the official website of BlockRock. We're going to get details of this. We already talked about a little bit about this in the intro. Now, we'll be getting details of this project and how does it work, all the details regarding this. So the whole project is pretty straightforward, although you can see it is very well established, but the whole process is really simple if you get along with this. So here we are at the official website of BlockRock. I'm going to provide you guys all the links in the description. So you get different links. You get the option to buy Bro token, which is their official token that you can get from the Pancake sub right here. So click on understand, then import. You're going to connect your wallet, MetaMask, Trust Wallet, and any other wallet. You're going to put in the amount in the BNB, and you're going to convert that to Bro. Now this is really essential because we're going to talk about the benefits that you're going to get through this. You also have the chart. This is on the DEX tools, so you can see the live price and how it's performing and so forth. Now it says BlockRock is a community crypto project inspired by the largest asset manager, BlackRock. BlockRock invests collected transaction fees in crypto assets, democratically determined by the community. Now, we have talked about some of these projects, especially those DAO governed projects, in which basically the people invest their amount of tokens, they hold amount of tokens, and they put in the pool in their amount, and then through that DAO governance they vote on where they want to invest, because individually they may not have enough amount to invest in a decent project to get a good income, but collectively, because in these in crypto, things work exponentially. So if you do it individually, you may have small amount and it may not make a bigger difference, you may not get a good profit. But if you pool in, you create this whole big pool of different investments, and then you invest, and then you divide the profit between the people that invested, you get more profit. So this is something that we know. This is kind of like an alternative to the leverage trading. Some people choose leverage trading, some people choose full. Leverage trading has its own risk, if in case you invest in a wrong project. But this risk is not really that huge in this one, because you have collective information of all those people. In this one, it's a little bit different. It's not like they're going to use the actual amount of your tokens or your investments. It is actually going to use the transaction fees that is collected from the transactions. It is going to pool all of the transaction fees, and then based on the holdings of people, they're going to allow them to vote, and that's how they invest in a project. And then the profit that is generated, either that is invested back into other projects, or it is used for buyback and burn to further increase the price of the token. And that's basically a whole gist of this project. How does it work? Now we're going to get more details of this. So it says the project is completely transparent and controlled by the community. BlockRock does not manage investors' assets, only collected transaction fees are invested. So you have complete custody of your own tokens, you just have to hold them, and they'll be using the transaction fees, the collected transaction fees, not your actual assets. So your actual assets are completely safe. They're risk-free, they're not invested anywhere. They use the transaction fees. As a Bro token holder, you become a part of the community, get voting rights, and benefit from all the investments and revenues that BlockRock will make. Now, there are different types of holders, so it is based on the amount. The more you're holding, the more power that you have over decisions. It says our mission is to create a community where members can regularly exchange information about investment opportunities. Every member can benefit from the mass intelligence of the community. Now I'll show you guys how you can buy it and the chart, and this is the white paper, and you also have videos on how does it work. It's pretty straightforward, so it's not really something that you may have a hard time understanding. So now if you take a look at this chart here, this is going to make things a lot simpler. Transaction occurs, you buy a token or you sell a token, there's a transaction fees. Although in this case it's actually different, there's more transaction fees on selling, kind of like an anti-dump buyer. So transaction happens, there's a fees involved. Those transaction fees that is pulled in an amount, and then the whole community, the holders, they discuss with each other different opportunities. They give each other ideas on different projects, different investment opportunities on where they should invest in, and then they kind of provide this the idea, the suggestions to the portfolio managers. Now do know that the members, the portfolio managers, these are holders, but the more tokens you hold, the more level that you have, in a sense. We're going to talk about how many amount of token that you have to hold to become portfolio manager and so forth. So those suggestions are given to the portfolio managers, which then review them, and then the community voting in which projects we invest the transaction fees, and then there's a whole voting that takes place on which one they should invest in. And then the investments are done, the project that has been chosen through public voting, not public voting, investors voting, the amount that it is invested into, and the profit that are generated, either they are used for buyback or buyback burn, or they're used for reinvestments, and this whole cycle continues. So this is what's explained in this whole process here. And it says 25% of the pre-sale will be invested in crypto farms by the development team. All investments are made by the development team. All investment wallets are published on the website. Now, let's take a look at how many, what amount of tokens that you have to hold or you have to invest in order to become portfolio manager and so forth. So there are different groups, different Telegram communities based on the amount that you're holding. So we have this BlockRock news, which is for everyone. This is kind of like a public group in a sense, which is open to everyone, so you can subscribe to this right now. Then you have BlockRock investors room and voting channel. So this is where the holders come in. So anyone who is holding $250 worth of tokens can get into this. This is the investors room. This is where they suggest each other, they discuss with each other, they make suggestions and so forth. And once they have made those suggestions, and they can submit the proposals, the investment proposals, that is then sent to another group, which is of BlockRock portfolio manager, which are again investors, but they're holding at least $1,500 worth of tokens, of Bro tokens, and they review all those proposals, those in suggestions and so forth, and that's where they're processed, that's where they're evaluated, and that's where they're approved for voting. So currently this has 20 members. We have 169 members in the BlockRock investors room and voting channel. And this is how it works. So now we have the tokenomics. Now this was the whole process. It's really that simple. I don't think there's anything that's difficult to understand over there. Now here's the tokenomics. This is the token address. We have the name BlockRock. Symbol is Bro. We have a total supply of 1 billion, which is not a lot. We have 18 decimals, and the network it is on the Binance Smart Chain. Now this is how it is distributed. So we have 31.17% community. We have 17.68% liquidity, which is locked, and we have the proof of the lockup over here. So LP lock is right here. We also have the team lock, and this shows on the DX lock. Actually, I'm going to open all these links so you can take a look at one by one. And then we have for additional liquidity development, and you can see we have lockups on all these partnerships and team. So this is to make sure that nothing gets rug pulled, or that it just eradicates all those concerns of rug pulling. And then we have weekly report. There's a total investments of $27,000. We have buybacks and burns. This is the amount that we have right here. And in total, that's like 23% of the total supply, which is pretty decent. Here's the tax on buying and also the selling. So there's 9% tax when you buy the token. There's 15% tax when you sell the token. So there's like 4% for development in case of buying and 7% in case of sell. So this is it says they're also used for additional liquidity on the trading platforms, for marketing campaigns of a team, and then 5%, or in case of sell, it is 8%. This is the transaction fees that is accumulated and that is pooled up for investments. And this is them explaining how you can buy it on the PancakeSwap, which I already have showed you guys. And we're going to take a look at the roadmap over here. So basically, this is how it is done. These are basically all the lockups that we have that we discussed. So you can take a look at all the lockups that we have. This is them on the BC scan, so you can see all the transactions. It's completely transparent, so you can take a look at this over here. Now let's take a look at the roadmap to see what they have planned, in the future for us. So this is all done. Phase 1, concept development, team building, website programming, social media channels launch, cryptocurrency programming, private pre-sale startup on PancakeSwap, and 500 bro holders. In the phase 2, we have first investment farms and coins, which is done. First buybacks and burns, audit coin tool blockchain security. So they're getting that over there. Merchandise shop, and then 1000 bro holder, coin market cap listing, CoinGecko listing, marketing campaigns. In the phase 3, we have 5000 bro holder, increase of marketing campaigns, BlockRock app for voting, total portfolio crypto market. In total, they want to be $250,000. And then in the phase 4, they want 10,000 crypto holders, first investments in the real economy, so not like in these kind of digital investments. Official company, not in the Europe or USA. And in phase 5, launch of BlockRock blockchain. So this is where they're currently it's pretty expensive. The first BlockRock cafe in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and planning for further steps. And this is their merchandise. This is their whole team. So you can get their Instagram and the Telegram over here. And these are all the videos that are being generated on them. So you can see there's like a lot of them. So, and now their social media right here, which I'm going to give you guys in the description too. So make sure that you check it from there. But this is all I have you guys in this amazing project. If you have any question, of course, you can ask me in the comment section, or you can contact them on their social media, which I think is a better option. So yeah, this is all I have you guys in this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one shortly. So stay tuned. Disclaimer: trading digital assets involve significant risk and can result in the loss of your invested capital. You should ensure that you fully understand the risk involved and take into consideration your level of experience, investment objectives, and seek independent financial advice if necessary. It is up to you whether to invest or not.